Since you're such a nice boy, how about I introduce someone to you? It's about time you got married anyway, isn't it? I think that the daughter of a friend of mine would be the perfect match for you. She's young, pretty, and seems to have her head screwed on.
Thank you for your concern, but I don't think any modern woman in their right mind would want to marry a guy who works on a farm, do you? I mean, it's not exactly the most glamorous life, is it? Since it's a fruit farm, there is always so much to do and I'm basically always busy.
Oh, don't be so modest. You've been working so hard, and you deserve to have a loving wife by your side. There's more to life than just work, you know.
But I barely have time for myself these days, let alone dating.
I'm sure that she wouldn't be suggesting this girl if she wasn't at least open to the idea now, would she? Why don't you at least go on one date with her? What do you say? You're refusing because of me, aren't you? I'll try my best not to be a burden to you, or I can always move out and live by myself to make room for you and your wife. I wouldn't even mind going to a nursing home if that would make things easier for you. I just want you to be happy, son.
Don't be ridiculous, Mom. How could I chase my sick mom out of the house just so that I could get married? I'm never gonna abandon you, Mom, I promise. I'm really not that bothered about getting married, so don't worry too much, okay, Mom? Thank you so much for your suggestion, but I don't think I'm in the right place to be set up with someone right now. My mom and my work are my biggest priorities right now, and I would just feel sorry for any woman I ended up bringing into my life, I think.
It would be such a shame to waste your youthful good looks not even trying to date someone, you know. You're a catch, James. Don't sell yourself short. You've got a lot to offer, and I bet there are plenty of women who would appreciate that. Don't keep stubbornly refusing and just meet her at least once, okay? That's right. And anyway, it's my greatest wish to see you happily married before I die. We don't know how much longer I'm going to be around for now, do we? I'm not getting any younger, and neither are you. If I can see you married to a nice girl and have the foundations laid down to build a family, then I can die happy.
Mom, please stop saying things like that. You're not going anywhere anytime soon. We've still got a lot of time, so there's no need to rush into anything.
Please, James, do it for me. Please just go on one date with her. What do you say?
All right, I'll go on one date, but just one, okay? No promises beyond that. I'll do it for you, Mom.
Thank you, sweetheart. That's all I'm asking for. You'll see. Everything will work out. Oh, I knew you'd come around. I'll set everything up. Don't you worry. You'll have a great time. I'm sure of it. Oh, wow. You're way better looking than the photos my mom's friend showed me. I mean, seriously, you look amazing in person. Have you really never been in a relationship before?
I'm sorry, what? Well, no, not really. I've just been, busy with the farm and all. It's hard to meet people in a town like this with an occupation like mine. You could say that I've been in a long-term relationship with grapes for the past 10 years.
It's just that you're so incredibly good looking. I mean, I've seen a lot of guys, but you... Wow, you've got something special. You're like a hidden gem out here in the countryside.
Are you talking about me? I mean, are you sure you're not mistaking me for someone else?
Yes, of course. Who else would I be talking about? Honestly, a face like yours is wasted on a grape farm out here in the sticks. You should be somewhere, I don't know, somewhere people can actually appreciate how handsome you are. Like on the front of a magazine.
I don't know what to say. I've never really thought about it like that. I mean, it's just me, you know? I'm not anything special.
What do you mean you're not anything special? You're definitely the kind of guy I like to have on my arm. I really like good-looking guys like you. I feel like I'm into you already, and we've only just met. Isn't that wild?
Huh? Wait, are you sure? I mean, you're still talking about me, right? You can't be serious.
Yes, I am. You're cute when you're flustered, you know that? I also like how innocent you are. It's kind of refreshing.
Oh, well, I'm just not used to this kind of attention, I guess. People don't usually say things like that to me.
Come on, stop your stuttering and let's go somewhere far away together. What do you think? Just the two of us, leaving all this behind for a little while.
Go somewhere? You mean, like, right now?
Yeah, right now. Let's do something spontaneous. I'd like to go on a drive with you. What do you say? We can go anywhere you want. It'll be fun.
A drive? I don't know. I mean, I've got a lot of work to do back at the farm and...
Come on, James. You've worked enough. You deserve a break. Let's just hit the road and see where the day takes us. No plans, no worries. What do you say? It'll be an adventure.
Well, I guess, yeah, sure. A drive sounds nice. I could use a change of scenery.
That's the spirit. I knew you'd give in to the idea. Let's go and make some memories. I'm so happy that I can officially welcome my daughter-in-law into my home. It feels like a dream come true to have you here, Gwen. To tell you the truth, I never thought I would live to see the day that my son would bring home a wife. How was the honeymoon? You had better show me the pictures when you have a chance. Oh, it was fabulous. The hotel was amazing and the beaches were so beautiful. I really didn't want it to end. It was like paradise on earth. I'm sure it was. It's so wonderful to hear that you enjoyed yourself so much. You must be tired, so go and unpack your things and get some rest. You'll be starting out with helping James in the fields tomorrow morning, so you'll need all the rest you can get. It's normally a 5 a.m. start, so I recommend you get to bed at least before 10 p.m. if you want a full night's sleep. You want me to go out in the fields? Are you seriously asking me to do farm work right now? Babe, what is your mom even talking about? Has she not seen my wardrobe? It is definitely not outdoor attire. I can tell you that.
Mom, the thing is, Gwen and I agreed that she wouldn't have to help me in the fields. It was one of the ground rules we set out before we got married.
What? But why though? It's hard for you all by yourself, so it would be great for you to have someone to help you out.
Oh, I'll be fine doing it by myself. That's how it's been for a long time anyway. And besides, you're not well, Mom. It's better for Gwen to stay with you and look after you. I would never forgive myself if you were to collapse or have a fall or something and we were both out in the fields.
Obviously, I wasn't expecting her to do as much work as you do, but I thought it would be nice for her to at least do something to take the burden off you. Look, Mary, I'm sorry, but I really don't like spending too much time out in the sun because it's not good for your skin. I've also never done physical labor before, so I don't think I would even be able to do the kind of farm work you want me to do. And besides, before we got married, James already promised me that he wasn't going to make me work in the fields. You're not telling him to break that promise to me now, are you? Oh, well, I suppose it's fine then. I guess you'll be wanting to have a baby soon enough, so getting used to the domestic life isn't a bad thing either. I'm also too weak to do the housework, and James doesn't always have the time to do it, so it would be nice if you could help out around the house. Mary, we also agreed that we're not going to be having kids. What?
How about we talk about this later? Everyone is tired right now, and I think that emotions are probably running high. Mom, Gwen and I are going to go back to our room to unpack and get ready to sleep now.
But what do you mean you decided to not have any kids? This is news to me. How can you have kept something so huge from me like that?
Don't worry about it for now, Mom. You go get some rest and we'll leave you in peace.
Babe, did you really not tell your mom that we decided to not have kids?
Well, it's just that my mom was really looking forward to having grandchildren, and I didn't want to disappoint her.
But if you don't tell her straight that we're not having kids, she's going to keep bugging me about it, thinking that there's a chance it could happen, and I would really hate that. You have to tell her straight and make her understand that it's a firm no. You know what these old ladies are like.
I'm sorry for not being straight with her. I'll pick the right moment and properly explain the situation to her. It's just, I didn't think that it was an appropriate moment for such an important discussion when we're all tired and it's the end of the day.
Well, you should have just told her about it in the first place. Like, why didn't you tell her as soon as we decided that was what we were going to do? Now you've put me in a difficult situation with her. I hate you!
Oh, don't be like that. Come over here. Even though we're not having kids, that doesn't mean that we can't still have our fun at night, right?
I don't really know if I feel like it tonight. I don't think you really deserve it. More importantly, don't you have something to give me?
Something to give you? What are you talking about?
My card. Don't you remember? You said that when we got married, you would give me a card to use for taking care of the household expenses.
Oh, yeah, of course, I did say that. Here you go, I have it right here. Now, can I trust you to take care of the household expenses for me?
Of course you can.
I know I can. And you know that my mom isn't too well, right? I won't ask for much more from you, but I would really appreciate it if you could take good care of my mom for me.
Of course I will. How could I possibly not want to look after an old lady in need? You do know that not many women would be willing to do this for their husbands, though, right? You should consider yourself lucky that you have me. I mean, I'm like practically a saint here.
Of course. Your readiness to accept living with my mom was one of the things that made me fall for you. So please, help me take good care of her, okay?
Of course I will. When have I ever let you down? How much longer are we going to keep ordering takeout for dinner? Well, Mary, I was quite busy today, you see. And besides, takeout food is really tasty, isn't it? You're always worrying excessively about eating super healthy stuff, but you're basically far too skinny from basically eating nothing but vegetables. You need to eat more food like this and put on a little weight. Don't you think you're taking things a little too far here? You don't have a job, and you said that you would be a full-time housewife instead of helping James out in the fields, but you don't do anything around the house. When you're at home, all you do is sit around watching TV. But you're barely ever at home anyway because you're always going out shopping. Did you marry my son just to leech off of him and live the easy life? You're not some kind of princess, you know. Would it really kill you to actually get some work done around the house every once in a while? Mary, was the reason you were so keen on James getting married because you wanted a daughter-in-law to be your little servant? I am not in any way obliged to be anyone's housemaid. Do you think I enjoy living in this farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere? Of course I don't. It's stuffy and boring, and I get so frustrated having to be here all the time.
Hey, Mom. Hey, honey. I'm home.
Oh, hi, honey. There you are. How was work today?
What's all this? Did you order takeout again?
Yeah, I went into the city again today, so I didn't have time to make dinner. Sit down. Let's eat together. Forget it. Just clear the table. I can't eat this.
What's wrong, Mom?
I'm sick to death of constantly ordering takeout for dinner. If we keep eating junk like this all the time, I'm going to end up dying from a sudden increase in blood pressure.
Sorry, Mom. Just wait a little and I'll go and make your favorite beef dish, just the way you like it, okay?
Why should you be the one to do it? Your wife has been playing around all day while you've been out hard at work. Why should you be cooking for me on top of all that, when she hasn't lifted a finger?
I know your tastes better than anyone, Mom, so I'll be able to make it more to your liking.
Oh, I can't believe this situation. I can't go on living like this.
We need to talk.
What is it this time? You're going to nag at me again, aren't you? Did you marry me just to drag me out to the middle of nowhere and make me cook, clean, and do laundry? Did you marry me because you wanted a domestic servant? Is that it? I need some room to breathe as well, you know. How are you going to expect me to dedicate my life to looking after your mom and nothing else?
I understand how you feel, and I'm not expecting you to dedicate your life to my mom, but I just wish that you would at least whip her up something simple with some meat and vegetables instead of ordering takeout all the time.
Whatever.
And when I saw what you spent on the card this month, I was really shocked. What on earth have you been using all that money on?
Oh, just here and there. I've been using it to buy the groceries, to go shopping because I needed to blow off some steam, and to go to the salon to keep my hair looking nice.
Even taking into consideration all those expenses, this amount still seems far too high. I trusted you with this card, so I would really like to make sure that it's just being used for essential household expenses, and I would also like you to keep better track of your spending. Please, can you stop spending frivolously as if there's an infinite amount of money on that card? I can tell you for sure that there's not.
But babe, don't you feel even a little bit sorry for me? I have to live in this pokey little town that doesn't even have a mall or a department store. I need to go out and spend a little money in order to de-stress. I think you're being really unfair on me right now.
I'm just saying, can you just rein it in a tiny little bit? Can you at least promise me that you'll try?
Whatever. I hate you.
You want to take out a loan? What do you need that for all of a sudden?
Well, it's my mom. She suddenly got in touch with me saying that she needed the money. She's planning on investing in real estate, so she needs some money right away. She has somewhere she can get the money from already, but it will take about a month and she can't wait that long. So that's why I'm asking you right now. You will do this for me, right?
Well, it's just that the amount that she wants is a little high. I don't know if I'd even be approved for a loan like that.
I looked it up, and it should be fine if we use this house as collateral.
Did you seriously just say, use this house as collateral?
Yeah, and anyway, she'll just need the money for a month, and then she'll be able to pay you back. My mom said that once she makes her fortune from investing in real estate, she'll give us a generous portion of her income. So basically, you can think of this as an investment for the future. Come on, babe. Please. For me.
She really will just need it for a month, right?
Of course, of course. And anyway, you need to be nice to my mom if you want me to carry on being nice to your mom. Don't you think that's fair?
Fine. I'll get the loan out for her, so please don't fight with my mom anymore, okay?
Sure. So I'll take that to mean that you're going straight to the bank tomorrow, huh?
Yes, fine. Mom? Mom! Open your eyes. Mom? Doctor, my mom is gonna be okay, right, isn't she? I'm afraid I can't say for sure. After all, she is rather elderly. We've done everything we can do for now, so we just have to wait. I understand. Thank you so much, Doctor. Gwen, where are you right now? I said, where are you? Come to the hospital right this instant. You really do keep pushing and pushing my boundaries further and further. You knew that my mom wasn't well, and I asked you to keep an eye on her, yet you couldn't even do that, and you just had to go out and go shopping or whatever instead, didn't you? Who knows what could have happened if I hadn't come in just after she collapsed?
Honestly, you really are the doting son. Well, if you wanted someone to look after your mom, you should have hired a full-time carer, not married me and expected me to do it.
What did you just say? How could you even say something like that?
I really can't do this anymore. A husband who is so busy working all day that I barely get to see him, and a sick mother-in-law who hates me anyway. Who in their right mind would want to put up with a life like that? Let's just get divorced.
Did you really just say let's get divorced?
Yes, that's right. I can't live like this any longer. Let's get divorced.
I can't believe you. You take advantage of me and my mom, draining our finances, and now you say that you want to get divorced? Okay, sure. To be honest, I have no idea why I've even put up with you for this long. I don't know why I didn't suggest divorce the minute I realized that you weren't there for my mom when she needed you. Let's do it then. Let's get divorced. But first, you better pay me back the money for the loan.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the money that I lent to your mom after getting a loan from the bank. You said that your mom would be able to pay me back in a month, but I still haven't seen a penny of that money.
Huh? Why on earth should I pay that money back? Once we get divorced, you'll be the only one responsible for paying that loan back. After all, it is the money that you borrowed yourself from the bank, so the loan is in your name. Therefore, you should be the one who pays it back, not me. And besides, neither me nor my mom have the means to pay you back.
What did you just say?
You really are a stingy old cheapskate. You can think of paying back the loan as paying me alimony. After all, I am the dependent spouse.
What?
I'll have the papers served to you straight away. Ugh, I don't even want to go back into that house to grab my things. I'm so sick of you and of this place. I'm going to move out right now, so I guess I'll next see you in court.
What? You can't just leave like that. I wasn't done talking yet. Hey, come back right this instant.
What? Divorce?
Yeah, thinking about it now, the two of us never really were compatible from the get-go. I'm sorry to have brought her into this house and made you suffer, Mom.
Oh, goodness. This whole thing is my fault. If I hadn't pushed you so hard to go on that date when you had already said you didn't want to, then you never would have even met her. But what about the money? The money that you got as a loan after putting the house up as collateral.
I'm just gonna consider it as paying alimony to her.
What? No, that's not acceptable. You haven't done anything wrong. She doesn't deserve to have that much money covered by you. I won't stand by and let this happen. That house is our family home. I won't be the one to lose it.
Don't worry, Mom, we won't be losing the house. I'll sort the whole thing out, so don't worry about a thing. I just need you to focus on a speedy recovery, okay?
Oh, goodness, my chest is aching. I feel like my condition is getting worse every time I think about her. She makes me so angry. I should have just kicked the bucket already so I don't have to cause you any more suffering.
Mom, why would you even say something like that? How about we go out and look at the flowers in bloom when the weather is a little nicer? That will make you feel better, right?
I'm so sorry for everything I've put you through, son. Other adult children would have run away and abandoned their sick parent at this point. Thank you for sticking by me throughout this long illness. But I just feel so awful for you as well. You even gave up on moving to the city to have a better life for me and have stayed by my side for the past 10 years. I'm just so sorry.
Mom, please don't say that. Having you by my side makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I can do anything. Just hang on in there a little longer, okay, Mom? Things seem terrible right now, but this too shall pass, right? Everything is going to be okay for us, I'm sure of it.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Huh? Oh, thank you.
I was also really heartbroken after hearing the news. Your mom was a regular patient here for a year, and she was well liked by all the hospital staff. I just wanted to say that I've never, in all of my time working at this hospital, seen a son so devoted to taking care of his sick mother.
Oh, really? But surely it's a given that a child should look after their parent when they get old and sick.
You would think so, but a lot of people these days couldn't care less about looking after their parents in their old age. It's sad, but a lot of our elderly patients never even get visits from their children. You really are a gem. Thanks to you, your mom was able to pass away in peace.
Do you really think so?
Of course I think so. You did absolutely everything you could have possibly done. So please don't feel guilty or anything like that, okay?
Thank you for saying that. Well, since I've paid all of my mom's medical bills now, I guess there won't be any reason for me to come back to this hospital anymore.
Oh, really? Why? Are you going somewhere far away?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this town and go and try my luck in New York.
So you're going to give up on the farm as well, then?
Yes, unfortunately, I've ended up losing both the farm and the house.
If it's okay with you, would I be able to get your number or something?
Excuse me?
Well, it's just that I think I may be able to help you find a job in the city.
You would do that for me?
Yes, an acquaintance of mine runs a few greengrocers in the city, and I thought you might be well suited to that kind of work.
Thank you so much for worrying about me, but...
I've been noticing your good qualities for a while now, since you've been coming here with your mom quite often, and I know that you're diligent and meticulous, which would make you perfect for the job. Here, this is my number.
Oh, okay, thank you. Here's mine.
Then I'll be in touch with you soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting then. And thank you for everything that you did for my mom.
Hi there.
Oh, hey, it's been a while. Thank you again for the opportunity. Thanks to you, I was able to find a job in the city without any trouble.
Oh, there's no need to thank me. I heard you've been working very hard and that the manager is impressed by you. You finished work already, right? You said that you would buy me a meal to thank me for helping you get a job once you'd gotten your first paycheck. Don't you remember? Well, how about today? Are you free?
Yes, of course. I've been wondering when you would come into the city. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to eat? We can go and have absolutely anything you want.
There's a diner nearby where you work that does really good chili. Let's go there.
But I can get you something even nicer than that if you'd like.
But I really like chili, and that's what I want to eat today. There's no point in eating something expensive just for the sake of it, when you could have exactly what you want to eat on a budget. It looks like you're holding up quite well. I was worried that because you spent all of your time with your mom that you would be really struggling after she passed away.
I know that I did everything that I could for her, and I tried to make the last few years of her life as joy-filled as possible, so I have no regrets. But I still feel awful about bringing my ex-wife into the house, because she caused her so much pain and stress.
Oh, that gold digger.
Huh? How did you know about her?
Rumors spread fast around that town, you know. Everyone and their dog had heard about how you apparently had been ensnared by a gold digger. She really was a terrible person to take advantage of someone as good-natured as you.
Oh, well, I suppose it was also partly my fault for being stupid enough to get taken in by her.
You're not stupid at all. She's the one in the wrong here for thinking she could bleed you dry like that. I had something similar happen to me as well.
Oh, you did?
I was also briefly married to a guy who was only with me for my family's money. Thankfully, our marriage only lasted a few months. Who knows what would have happened if I had been blind enough to let it go on for longer. So that's why I moved out to your town in the countryside. I thought it would be good for me to get away from the city and clear my head. You see, my dad is the owner of that hospital.
Oh, really? He is? I had absolutely no idea.
Well, how would you know when I never told anyone about it? Oh, and your boss who runs the greengrocers chain here in the city? That's my mom.
Seriously? So you're saying that you got me hired at your mom's shop?
Yes, and she says that she thinks you're a great worker.
Oh, she does? I'm really grateful to her.
She says she likes how you're nice to everyone, are always bright and cheerful, and are always so polite.
Are you really talking about me?
It's not very often that we find a person who can literally move others with their sincerity. But you are one of those people.
No, you flatter me.
How about you and I meet again and nurse our broken hearts together? I'm planning to come back to the city instead of hiding away from my heartbreak, so we will be able to see each other more often. I promise you that I'm not a gold digger, so you don't need to worry about that, okay? In case it wasn't clear so far, I'm asking you on a date right now.
Oh, careful. The doctor said that you should be spending most of your time resting during this stage of the pregnancy.
I just want to go to the bathroom.
I'll help you get to the bathroom as well.
Honestly, you're such a pushover, James. I had no idea you would be fussing over Hannah like this during her pregnancy. If you can eat and sleep for her, you would do that as well, I'm sure.
I just want to do whatever I can to make things easier for her. I just want to stay by her side 24 hours a day and do every little thing for her.
I do like having James by my side all the time. By the way, Mom, would you be able to give him just a little time off work? Actually, that's what I came to talk to you two about today. It's not like I'm having my son-in-law work for me because we're short on money or anything like that. So I was thinking that instead of having you doing long hours at the store, you could manage the retail building we own downtown. That way you'll have more time to look after Hannah and the baby.
Manage the building?
Yes, and to be honest, there isn't really much to do. You just need to go in once every day to check if there are no problems. Of course, you'll have to deal with the tenants as well, but they tend not to cause too much trouble.
Is it really okay for me to do that?
Of course it is. It's going to be yours after I pass on anyway, so it's better that you learn the ropes sooner rather than later. That sounds like a really good idea to me.
Then I guess I'll do that then, so that I can look after you and our little one when they arrive.
Great choice. I'm so happy. Now it finally feels like my precious daughter is finally getting to live her life. I'm so glad that she got to finally meet a nice guy, get married, and start a family like she always wanted. After what happened with her ex, she was so depressed and was going through such a hard time, and it was very difficult for me to watch as a mother. This is all thanks to you, James. You really have changed her life for the better, you know.
Oh, no, I didn't do anything. I'm very happy to have been welcomed into this family and to be loved by my beautiful wife and her caring mother.
Well, I think now we've both been through enough pain to last a lifetime, so I'm sure there are only good things waiting for us on the horizon. Don't you agree?
Oh, 100%. Surely we've had our fair share of hardships by now. We've been waiting for quite a while now, huh?
The OBGYN in our building is one of the most famous in the area, so let's just wait a little longer.
I'll just head down to the parking lot while we're waiting then.
What for?
It seemed like things were a bit of a mess down there earlier, so I just wanted to see what the situation was like and offer my help if necessary.
As expected from you. Always wanting to help people. Okay, you can get going. I'll call you if I get called in while you're gone.
Okay, great. I'll be back in a second.
Hang on a second. That guy over there looks familiar. Hey, isn't that your ex-husband, Gwen? Oh my gosh, you're right. It is him. Imagine running into him here of all places.
It's you!
So, I see you left your hometown, huh? Are you working as a parking lot attendant here? Isn't it a bit of a demotion to go from being the owner of a farm to ushering people into a parking lot in a building owned by someone else? It's embarrassing, isn't it? You did a good job divorcing this one, sweetheart, that's for sure. If you were still together, it's obvious you would be practically penniless, and that for sure isn't a fate I want for my daughter. Hey, honey, I finished with my appointment. It didn't take long. I keep telling you that you don't have to do things like this, you know? Honey, what? Did you already get remarried? James, why are you doing work like this when we hired people specifically to do it for us? Oh, by the way, who might these people be?
Well, that's...
Oh, Sally, is that you? Oh, hi there, Jane. I was actually on my way to see you today. How do you know this man? Oh, sorry. I need to introduce you. This is my son-in-law, James. I can't believe this. How did this gullible idiot end up marrying into a rich family?
Jane, how do you know this woman?
Oh, she and I go way back. We were classmates in school. But how do you know her?
She's my ex-mother-in-law, and this woman with her is my ex-wife.
What? The famous gold digger in the flesh? Mom, this is the woman who made James and his poor mom suffer so much. The gold digger that everyone in the town was talking about. What? Seriously? Sally, are you really this kind of person? Come to think of it, maybe I should have heard alarm bells when you came up to me at the school reunion, asking me to lend you some money and to invest in your business. Wait, Mom, is that true? This mother and daughter are nothing but a pair of con women then. Because of this woman right here, my husband lost his home and his livelihood. He basically became penniless thanks to her. You're despicable, the pair of you. How dare you do such awful things to my precious son-in-law? How could you take advantage of such a kind and innocent young man? Well, how was I supposed to know that he was going to end up marrying your daughter after mine left him? Well, since we've bumped into the two of you here so fortuitously, why don't you take this opportunity to apologize formally to poor James? How could you just heartlessly take someone's money like that and ruin their life? How could you do such awful things to such a lovely person? I expect a full apology from both of you. Starting with you, the gold digger herself. Who do you think you are, lady, ordering me around like that? You don't get to tell me whether I should apologize to someone or not. Excuse me. If you know what's good for you, you will be begging for forgiveness. Do you have any idea how much money your mom has borrowed from me, by the way? Can you pay it all back right now, Sally? If you can't, I'm going to go to the police about this. Just apologize already, Gwen. I don't think you realize just how much money I've borrowed from Jane here. It looks like we've gotten ourselves caught up in something we really shouldn't have been involved with. Now hurry! Okay, fine, whatever. Look, James, I'm sorry. What I did to you is wrong. That's right. We really did do some terrible things. Please forgive us. We're really in a tough spot right now, and it's probably karma for how awful we were to you. Can you please talk to your mother-in-law for us and persuade her to not go to the police and to not make us pay back the money on the spot?
Do you have any idea how much my mom suffered because of you two? You really shouldn't play with people like that. But you don't care about people, do you? All you care about is money. The two of you are definitely gonna rot in hell when you die.
Honey, why make them wait until they die to experience hell? We can help them find out what it's like right now. Can't we, Mom? Of course we can. Sally, when did you say you were going to pay me that money back by? Well, the thing is, I actually came here today to talk to you about that. I was supposed to pay you back next week, but I was wondering if we could push it back a month. Are you out of your mind? Did you really think that I would accept that request, knowing what you're really like?
If you don't pay it back by next week, things are going to get nasty for you. I absolutely despise people who swindle others and take their money. It makes me sick. Since you made my son-in-law, who is the best thing to ever happen to my daughter, cry, I'm going to make sure that you cry tears of blood in return. You better be prepared for what's coming. I'm warning you.
Come on, Jane. Why do you have to be like this? The two of us were really close before. Please, I'm begging you. I won't do anything like that ever again. Please forgive me just this once.
Yes, please just let her off the hook. We promise that we'll live on the straight and narrow from now on.
I don't believe that you mean that, even for a second. I warned you. When I say next week, I mean next week. Come on, Hannah. Come on, James. Let's go.
Yes, let's.
And you two had better get lost before we call the police on you.
In the end, my ex-wife and her mother couldn't pay back my mother-in-law. Desperate, they had to take out loan after loan from various shady lenders, sinking deeper into a pit of debt. It seems they'll be running from their financial troubles for the rest of their lives now, always looking over their shoulders, trapped in a cycle of their own making. Before all of this, I was still haunted by the emotional scars they left behind. There were nights when I'd wake up, drenched in cold sweat, heart pounding, with a tightness in my chest that felt like I was suffocating under the weight of the past. I was nervous, jittery, afraid of facing the same betrayals again. Their actions had left me a shadow of my former self, always doubting, always second-guessing. But after learning that they finally got what they deserved, that sense of dread started to fade. Knowing that they were facing the consequences of their greed brought me a strange sense of peace. Slowly, the old wounds began to heal, and I realized that maybe, in a way, I should be grateful to them. If it hadn't been for that painful chapter in my life, I would have never crossed paths with my current wife, the woman who truly loves me for who I am, not for what I could give. And in meeting her, I also found a family who truly cares about me. My mother-in-law has helped to fill the hole left by a passing of my own mother by being loving, caring, and just generally fussing over me. Of course, I will never stop missing my mom, but with my wife and mother-in-law around, the pain of the grief becomes bearable. Together, we've built a new life, one where trust and love aren't just words, but lived experiences. Every day, I wake up next to my beautiful wife, knowing that we've overcome the worst and are stronger for it. Just recently, my wife and I welcomed our daughter into the world, a beautiful baby girl who we decided to call Mary Jane. We chose her name to honor the two women who mean the most to us, my late mother, whose love and guidance I still feel, and my wife's mother, who stood by our side through every challenge and helped us build the life we have today. Mary Jane is a constant reminder of the love that has carried us through, and we couldn't be prouder to have her as part of our family. Now, we live without the weight of the past hanging over us, free from the shadows of the people who hurt us. We're building a future together, happy, secure, and unafraid. And as for those two, well, I doubt they'll ever cross our path again, but if they do, we're ready for them. This is the end of the story. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content.